secret shaker this morning is Miss Tish Korea Osborne with Girls Inc. Where is that pretty thing?
She's not even listening.
She's talking. A little louder for the people in the back. Tish. They can't hear us. If anyone knows where the volume is, we can just hit it up a notch or two. That'd be hey, look at that. Tish, lovely. Yes. Tish is our secret. She's like, yes. Did you know you were the secret shaker? Who do we have this morning? That's okay. Oh, Victor, come on up here. Victor, you have an awesome blanket from German American Bank and a gift card to Colby's. Look at that. That's like a date night, right? Not with me. I'm just saying. I think he's married. Just wanted to let that out there. I'm sorry. It just don't work. I'm sorry. I just kept talking and it kept getting worse. And y'all thought it was going to be scandal-free with Chad gone, right? Woo, it's early. Speaking of, I want to welcome our radio listeners at WOMI 1490. We appreciate y'all tuning in. And speaking of Chad, he wanted to send us off. Y'all, he has the biggest forehead of anybody anyway. And he sent me this picture, and I thought, your forehead is going to take up the whole screen. That's better than the one that he sent me that he wanted to use. No, we will not be using that. Thank you, Chad. But he sends his love. He's already seen like 6 shows, and he's been there for less than 12 hours. So at this point, we're going to welcome our new chamber members who are near and dear to my heart. First, we have Bank of England Mortgage. At Bank of England Mortgage, they take pride in being there when their borrowers need them day and night. Candace, do you mind to move it to Bank of England? Trust me, Chad is not going to be processing your loans. At Bank of England Mortgage, they take pride in being there when their borrowers need them day and night. Their mission is to deliver total value to their customers during the home loan transaction. This means competitive rates, stress-free closings, extensive product knowledge, and a friendly, helpful attitude from local faces you know. Please welcome Heather Lyons, Leslie Pearson, and Darren Bronski with Bank of England Mortgage. Cracker Barrel Old Country Store has been sharing warm welcomes and friendly service now for 50 years. Stop on by your local store located at 5311 Frederica to enjoy quality home-style food and unique shopping. Or enjoy the Cracker Barrel experience at your work or home by ordering Cracker Barrel catering. You can easily customize your favorite offerings to create a memorable breakfast, lunch, or dinner that scales to any size get-together. Please welcome Meredith Summers and Chelsea Henderson with Cracker Barrel Old Country Store. First Presbyterian Church is a welcoming family of faith called to share the good news of God's abundant love for all people. In gratitude for God's grace, they seek to offer a faithful witness in our Owensboro community, following Christ with active minds and open hearts. This year, they will host their 21st annual Multicultural Festival on August 17th, and they will celebrate the church's 175th anniversary in November. Think about how much good works have been done by that church in that many years. That's incredible. Please welcome Reverend Christine Coy-Fore, Dennis Jewett, and Angie Woodward with First Presbyterian Church. Legacy Salon Spa Boutique, located at 405 Park Plaza Drive, offers hair, nails, permanent makeup services, and features a boutique with clothing ranging from small to 3X, jewelry, purses, and gifts. Legacy is a gift from the past for a better future. Through the love and support of 3 generations, this salon of amazing women who strive for excellence in their craft was created. It's their passion to encourage and pamper members of the community while celebrating their outer and inner beauty. The ladies of Legacy Salon believe that every person who walks in their door deserves to feel even more amazing when they walk out. Please welcome Brooke Cecil, Rita Woolen, and their family, Layla, Briley, Laney, with Legacy Salon Spa Boutique. I love that. Nobody tell Carson that the girls got to stay for the breakfast, okay? Luthen Electric Meter Testing. Luthen, a third-party electric meter testing company. They have serviced different utilities nationwide for the past 20 years. They offer both on-site field services and full shop services from their headquarters right here in Owensboro. From revenue recovery and preventative maintenance to AMI retrofitting and programming, they have the expertise to meet or exceed their customers' expectations. Their goal is to be an asset for local utilities to guarantee quality and accurate service to their customers. Please welcome Jonathan Book with Luthen Electric Meter Testing. Vansel Insurance Services, located at 427 St. Anne Street, is a professional independent insurance and employee benefits agency. With over 30 years of service, Rodney Vansel provides innovative and cost-effective insurance and employee benefits solutions to professionals and businesses. Insurance solutions include health, dental, disability, vision, life, and long-term care. They are also proud to offer the Chamber's lifestyle health plans. Please welcome Rodney Vansel at Vansel Insurance Services. Valdeco Insurance is an independent insurance agency, meaning their advisors are able to work to get the best coverage at the absolute best rate for the customer. They can compare coverages with the top national and regional insurance companies, and their goal is to make shopping for insurance an easy, pleasant experience. Valdeco has locations throughout the United States, with its corporate headquarters located in Osgood, Indiana. Tara Ford, an Owensboro native, is a licensed insurance agent with Valdeco Insurance, focusing on excellence in customer service. Having over 18 years of experience in healthcare as a registered nurse, Tara is dedicated to providing personalized service. Please welcome Tara Ford and her family with Valdeco Insurance. White Chateau at Cecil Farms is a newly constructed luxury event rental. Sitting amongst hundreds of acres of rolling farmland in western Davis County, where Cecil Farms produce resides. Filled with natural light and fully temperature controlled, this beautifully designed space is the perfect setting for weddings, business meetings, and day retreats, or any sort of social event any month of the year. Schedule a visit to experience the beauty and warmth of this well-designed space. Check the White Chateau Facebook page for a list of upcoming events. Visit whitechateau.com for an event brochure and contact information. Please welcome Suzanne Cecil White and Katie Cecil with White Chateau at Cecil Farms. That sounds like a romance novel, by the way. I mean, I'm interested, but it definitely does. At this point, we want to recognize our special guests and elected officials. If you will, please stand. And as always, if we have missed you, we are very, very sorry. Mayor Pro Tem Larry Maglinger, City Commissioner Pam Smith-Wright, City Commissioner Larry Conder, Circuit Court Clerk Jennifer Hardesty Biesecker, County Attorney Claude Porter, Jailer Art Maglinger, and Dan Griffith from the Owensboro Public Schools Board member. Everyone, thank you guys. We also have another special guest. Will Gabby stand up? Gabby Bradley? Okay, first of all, I just pretend to be a beauty queen. She actually really is. It's honestly a little rude that you had to show up today. I'm just saying. I'm trying to have a moment, and you just had to come in with your real sash and everything. I have a crown. I was 6. It was a good day. Gabby is it Miss Belle of Louisville? Miss Belle of Louisville, and she is on track for Miss Kentucky, and we wish you the very best. She lives right here in Davis County. So, Gabby, we are pulling for you. Let's get a good pageant wave. Look at that. Mine was pretty good. Thank you, Gabby. I'm also going to recognize our Ambassador of the Month. If all of my ambassadors could stand up, just so we can kind of give you a little shout out. Big thank you to these individuals and their businesses who allow them to take time off work to come. Our Ambassador of the Month this month is Kevin Dorth from WKU Owensboro. Kevin. That's my guy. Kevin got a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Thank you, Kevin. I honestly could not do my job without those people. That is not a lie. It is the truth. And now to introduce our breakfast sponsor, please welcome from German American Bank, Miss Amy Jackson.
Guten Morgen, or should I say, good morning. That one's for Gary Sisk, who asks me every single time he sees me if I'm speaking any German yet. Good morning, Gary. So the next most popular question I get, well, who is German American Bank? Tell me a little bit about them. And I would answer that with, German American Bank is Amy Jackson. German American Bank is Mike Beckwith, Kristen Niehaus, John Lashbrook, Kevin Roark, Joe Barry, Christy Evans, Sarah Howard, Debbie Stiles. I could go on and on and on about who German American Bank is. Because when someone asks you who your banker is, you answer with their name, right? Where do you bank? You talk about who you bank with. And that's what Owensboro is. We're a community who answers with who our relationships are with. And that's what German American Bank is, and all of our team members are. So German American Bank is this crowd of nearly 40 of us here today to meet you, celebrate with you, and make sure that you get to meet us as well. In addition to our Owensboro team members who are all here with me today, we have a few first-timers here at Rooster Booster that have joined us, as well as a couple of our executives who I'd like to introduce. Clay Ewing is our president, if you would, there. Please welcome him. As well as Neil Doby, our chief commercial banking officer. Neil? In addition to Neil and Clay, I of course want to recognize Mike Beckwith, who is our Kentucky president and helps lead all of our efforts right here in Owensboro, as well as all the team members who are here with me today. We're grateful for the leadership, the belief, and the commitment in community banking in Owensboro and in Kentucky. Community banks continue to play the most vital role in helping our Owensboro economy grow and prosper. We are excited to be a community bank that is growing in Owensboro. Even as we've seen other banks decide to retreat from Owensboro or choose to lose sight on the potential of Owensboro. There's no retreat happening here at German American Bank. I knew that was gonna happen. In fact, we're full steam ahead on growing and talent acquisition. We are excited to be opening our next banking center on 54 on June 1st at the intersection of Fairview and 54. And not only are we growing in banking centers, but we're growing our talent. We're currently recruiting for positions such as commercial bankers, financial center managers, personal bankers, customer service specialists, investment advisors, wealth advisory group, insurance advisors, commercial loan processors, mortgage operations, and compliance specialists. So we've got a ton of talent to recruit, and we're excited that we're growing our talent right here in Owensboro. As we grow our talent, we're extremely committed to our local leadership, local service, and local decisions about how we deliver things to our customers and take care of our employees. Anything you think you might need from your bank, whether it's superior online banking, cash and treasury management, wealth advisory, investments, a trust department, insurance, in addition to all of your loan and deposit needs, we can and want to be all the bank that you will ever need. Not only is the role of a community bank to create jobs like we are, it's also to provide access to capital and fund the growth of businesses who are turning our economic engine. There is not a single business here in Owensboro in size or in line of business that we can't bank at German American Bank. As German American Bank also continues to grow in size and scope, we've just announced an acquisition to further deepen our Kentucky roots. Later this year, the 12 banking centers of Citizens First Bank will join our GAB family, and we're happy to have them. Along with creating jobs, financing the growth of our community, and helping our customers build their wealth, we also spend our days helping our nonprofits and our schools succeed. We invest in our community that way, whether it's supporting efforts with the Chamber and the Economic Development Corporation, or teaching classes at St. Ben's or for junior achievement, reading to your kids at Sutton Elementary and everywhere else, we are there. I want to publicly thank all of our team members who take time out of their days and nights and provide their talent to help so many nonprofits and our schools succeed. We give countless hours and countless time to what we help them do. One of those causes near and dear to our hearts is Girls Inc., and all of you at your tables see and have the invitation to join us on March 19th for the annual Athena Awards. March 19th, right here in this room, you don't want to miss it, as we're the presenting sponsor and are working with that group to acknowledge and recognize 50 years of Girls Inc. making a difference in Owensboro, as well as celebrating the strong female leadership that is here in Owensboro and makes things happen. We're also excited to announce another partnership. I want to publicly thank Owensboro Public Schools, go Red Devils, part of all this red in the room too, for OPS has committed to partner with us on a new program with our school spirit card. Very soon, you'll be able, as a customer of German American Bank, to come in and request that your debit card be branded to Owensboro Public Schools. And then every single time you swipe that card, whether it's $5 or $500, 2 cents will go in a bucket and be returned to that school. We have schools in our GAB footprint who make over $1,000 quarterly just by having their family members, their students, their teachers, and supporters swiping their cards just like we do for every single day's transaction, and you're giving back with every purchase you make. So there's more to come on that, more schools to get signed up, but we're excited to be a part of the School Spirit program and help give back just in our daily transactions. So to wrap it up and turn the program back over to a great rest of the program, I'll again answer the question, who is German American Bank? I'll say it's me and this entire team here with me. It's a community bank focused on community strength and with a commitment to Owensboro and the Kentucky market. We are a community bank with resources that will exceed any of your banking needs. We are a community bank who has people who share the love and passion of Owensboro with you. We are a community bank that has a team of people who wants to help you make their bank your bank. I thank you. Vielen Dank, which is thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Amy. And now with your chamber update, our fearless leader, Ms. Candace Brake.
Good morning, everybody. Great job, Amy, and thank you all so much, German American Bank, for coming into the community, and the leadership that you already have in place here it's the best. So good job, and welcome, Clay and Neil. We're glad to have you here today. So we have a lot going on at the Chamber. The Lifestyle Health Plans information session, we have several employers who are already taking advantage of our new health insurance program. We have people from the State Chamber to be here on Tuesday, March the 19th for 2 sessions, and they'll be on the 3rd floor of the Commerce Center. If you're interested in looking at affordable health plans, please come to these information sessions if you're not already signed up. The 2019 Athena Awards Luncheon, as Amy talked about, German American Bank will be sponsoring that. It's on March the 19th. This is the 50th year for Girls Incorporated, and it's wonderful to come out. This room is packed. I think last year we had over 600 people here to celebrate women's achievements in our community. And it's for everyone, for women and men alike, to come and celebrate what women have done to impact the business community here and really move our community forward. So please come out. You have, I think you actually have forms on your tables so that you can register, and Tish is here today, and I think Courtney is here as well, but please come celebrate with us. Kentucky Opportunity Zones. This is an opportunity, a tax credit that allows business owners, if they're expanding, if they're moving, or if they want to reinvest in blighted areas of the community or just areas with a small blight, it's a great tax credit. We're going to offer, with the Cabinet for Economic Development, some information sessions about this. It's on March the 20th at 10, actually. For clients, or if you yourself are thinking about this, it's a very good program to take advantage of. We've had a lot of calls from members, so the Cabinet's going to come down to train business people on how to access these important tax credits. The Chamber Young Professionals. So German American, we have got one of the most vibrant YP organizations in the state of Kentucky, and these people meet very regularly, professional development, philanthropic activities. Our March lunch meeting will be Wednesday, March the 13th, and there's also some fun going along with it too. Then on St. Patrick's Day, there's a happy hour at Bar Louie at 2 p.m., and the volunteer opportunity this month is Wendell Foster's Half Marathon on Saturday, March 23rd at 7 a.m. Teachers in the Workplace, which is a program where we take teachers from all of our local high schools into workplaces to interface with business leaders, to talk about which skills need to be connecting our current students with the workplace. That's going to be on March the 26th. And if you are interested in hosting those, we're actually doing for next year. We're starting to build our curriculum for next year. Contact Jessica Kirk, our Talent Programs Manager. Member Appreciation starts next week, Jaclyn. So you'll be Yes, next week. So you will be getting a visit from a chamber ambassador, a chamber staff member, or a chamber board member with your new magazine, with our investors report that will be on your tables at the second Rooster Booster of March, and also to get any feedback that we may be able to do for you as a member to make your membership more meaningful. Chamber Works Expo is Thursday, April the 25th from 4 to 7. And that's a first come, first served. We sold out last year in about 3 weeks. So call the chamber today. We do have a reserve for nonprofits. I think the first 10 nonprofits get a price break. Hannah Thurman is our events coordinator. She's your contact for that. It's a great event. The convention center sponsors that with us. They have great food, and it's just a good time. So we encourage everyone here to sign up for a booth because they will sell out quickly. And the network will be meeting on March 13th at 8 a.m. at Old Hickory Barbecue. And I want you to take notice that at your place, the Chamber Matters is there, and there's a list of the renewals for this month. Those renewals, and it's a heavy month of renewals, those people are investing in our community. They're there to network and build their business, but they're also here to really rise the whole community forward. So we ask that you, when you're making decisions on who to do business with, that you do it with chamber members because it's a collective thing that we join in together to build each other's business and build our regional economy. We want to thank you, Renewals. And John Conti, thank you all so much for being here all the time for us with your smiles and your positive attitude. You make our morning better every month. And I want to close with one of our Business of the Year award winners. This year, our Rick Kamoff Agribusiness Award winner was Hayden Farms. And Hayden Farms is the perfect example of how farming really is one of the cusp of our innovative pieces of our technology here. They have continued to adapt throughout the years, and they opened the first poultry education house in the United States recently. And they're also members with Hayden Electric, but they're really chamber boosters. Coach, that's what they are, they're boosters. He was asking what a rooster booster was. But anyway, we're gonna show you the video about Hayden Farms, and Daniel Hayden is as our contact, who was one of the 40 under 40.
If you haven't been out there, I highly suggest it. It's incredible. Set to introduce our incredible speaker today, please welcome our Chamber Board Chair, Mr. Dave Roberts.
Well, thank you, Jaclyn, and good job standing in this morning despite the technical difficulties. I do want to start this morning with a bit of good news. I know we retired the good news phone. I don't know if Kirk's here, but I think it's in the Chamber Hall of Fame now, but we'll call this a good news text. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet announced yesterday that they are starting the visible designation of the Natcher Parkway to Interstate I-165. And so what a thing to be excited about, to have a interstate connecting to our great community. The federal folks that worked on this, the state, the local, obviously our business and local community here. It's just, I think, another example of how all of us coming together really gets great things done. And so we're so excited to have those shields going up. I think it's a 2-week process. They're starting Bowling Green to here, and then we'll go Owensboro to Bowling Green on the southbound side. So look forward to that, and something to be excited about this morning. Now I'd like to introduce our guest speaker this morning. And I didn't tell him this, but I was actually a really big fan of his in my formative years. We're fairly close to the same age. He looks a lot younger than me. We had a debate over that, but anyway, Coach Craig Yeast was named head football coach at Kentucky Wesleyan College on December 3rd, 2018. Yeast, former National Football League player and all SEC conference wide receiver at the University of Kentucky, will serve as the program's 17th head coach in 58 seasons of the program's history. Yeast comes to Wesleyan after 3 years at Franklin College in Indiana, where he served as the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. Yeast previously spent 3 years as wide receivers coach at NCAA Division II Tiffin University, and from 2014 to 2016, Craig served as the head football coach at Fremont Ross High School right outside of Toledo, Ohio. Yeast was a wide receiver of the New York Jets in NFL after being drafted in the 4th round by the Cincinnati Bengals in 1999. Yeast also played 4 professional seasons with the Hamilton Tiger Cats from 2003 to 2006 in the CFL, or the Canadian Football League. He concluded his college career with the most reception in SEC history and still ranks inside the conference's all-time leaders in receiving yards, catches, and touchdowns. Yeast still ranks as Kentucky's all-time leading receiver with 208 catches, 2,899 receiving yards, and 28 touchdowns in a career. He earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in sports management from Midway College in 2011 and a master's degree in education from Tiffin University in 2013. Yeast and his wife, Tori, have been married for 19 years with 2 children, 19-year-old Craig II, goes by Russ, and 16-year-old Kaya. Now, before I welcome him to the stage, he was setting records for catches at Kentucky in the SEC, and I think I was setting the record for missed classes in the SEC, so you're already one up on me there, Coach. And before he gets up here, he was asking us, before he joined the stage, he said, now I've got to stand right there like I'm at the pulpit. This is a guy who's used to having the whistle, 5:30 in the morning. What was it, 5:30 yesterday, Coach? You had him out there? 5:30, it was 20 degrees outside, and he had his guys out there working. But something I do want to touch on, and some of you folks that follow local sports have probably seen this, he's recruiting the heck out of local kids here. He's giving them an opportunity and in his heart, and you'll hear this today. So he wants those kids, he wants you guys to know these kids, and I thought it was a really special part of what he told me prior to this. And so the one thing I will tell you, do not ask Coach Yeast if he's from Danville. He is from Harrodsburg. Do not go down that path with him. So please give a warm Rooster Booster welcome to Coach Craig Yeast.
Well, good morning. First of all, before I get started, I would like to give an honor to God. I am a sinner saved by the grace and the blood of Jesus Christ. I believe that, and I am just happy to be here today. So I just want to give the honor to the Lord first. So thank you. I want to thank the chamber members, Rooster Booster. So I'm thinking Rooster Booster is, what is that? I had no idea, right? So I've asked the question a few times, so I guess it means that that's the only thing I can think of. That's what I've been told, right? So that's the rooster, right? Right. So it's pretty cool. Actually, it's pretty cool right now for me to have the opportunity to stand here before you. What I see is the community. And it's the community that, unfortunately, right now, I haven't had much of a chance to get out and meet many of you. So all you in the back, what's up? I see you against the wall. Stay strong. Should tell somebody to get out of the way for you to sit. But I'm thankful. I'm really thankful today that I'm here. I'm really struggling right now because I need to move. I feel like I'm confined in this space. So I'm going to try to make it work. The thing that, with our football program at Wesleyan, first of all, I don't know what Rob Mallory, our athletic director, and our president, Bart Durrell, who I'm sure all of you all know, I don't know what they were thinking when they hired me, but they did. I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I am overly excited to be here. But what I'm more excited about is the opportunity to find myself and ingratiate myself into this community. I'm a Kentucky kid. I'm from Harrodsburg. Harrodsburg. My wife is actually from Danville, so that is okay. But I'm from Harrodsburg, so you always hear about Owensboro. Where I come from, this is Daviess County. I got here and they said, no, this is Davis County. So I'm happy to be in Davis County. But we're trying to build a program. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear about what we're doing with our young men and what we're doing to try to build a program. and more importantly, how can the community, how can we as a program, as an institution, how can we have a partnership, and how does it all match up? Well, I look at business and I look at football as being very similar, one and the same. I get hired for a position and I take over a job. Well, when you look at this Wesleyan job, this football position, everybody thinks that we are trying to rebuild. We are not rebuilding. It's like ground level. We're starting from the ground up. So it's exactly like starting your own business, your own banks, your restaurants, whatever it is. You got to have good people first. First thing you got to have is support. Right now, we have unbelievable support from the administration. I'm very thankful. They hired the coaches that I wanted. By hiring the coaches that I wanted, that means that we can develop a particular plan of action. And then we can go out and carry out a plan to recruit the best possible young men to enter into our program and our institution. Well, it's the same thing in business, right? You develop a plan, a business plan. You hire people that know more than what you actually know, even though you don't want to admit it sometimes when you're the boss, right? Yeah. But you put people in place to do things that you don't feel are your strong suits. So where you're weak, you hire people that are strong. Where I'm weak, I've hired people that are strong. And because of that, we've had the opportunity to sign one of the biggest classes that I believe Kentucky Wesleyan has had in, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years. I don't know the exact numbers. We're sitting right now on about 45 young men coming into our program. That is huge for us because it's really just a matter, thank you. And we're not done. But it's really just a matter of going out, identifying talent, communicating with people, talking to the teachers, selling your business, selling your product, and getting people on board. Getting young men and their parents to trust you. Same thing in business. You have to have a plan. You have to have a model. You have to have a communications plan. And then you have to have a buy-in. Right now, we're working on the buy-in part. We got the young men. We have the support. Now it's the buy-in. The thing that I'm going to talk to you today about and how we're building our program, I call them the 7 F's of success. If you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen it because I put it out there a lot. But a lot of people have asked me, what do the 7 F's of success mean? I'm going to tell you here in a minute, but before I do that, I'm going to tell you this. Our goal at Wesleyan and our football program is to build a young man that is strong academically, that understands what it takes to work and how hard you have to work in order to be successful. You have to graduate. If you do not graduate, if you are not here to graduate, it's what I tell them, I tell their parents, then I believe you're in the wrong place because we don't want you. Now, community-wise, I see all these lovely businessmen and women in here. My goal is to have them so prepared and you as a community so ingrained into their development that you want to hire them when they graduate because you know them. Because it's important to you to see them successful. It's important to me. I want it to be important to them, and I want it to be important to you. So when they walk across that stage, you're there ready, shaking their hand saying, I'm going to offer you a job. I want to keep all those young men that we recruit, that we graduate in our program right here. Keep them in Owensboro. So now the community is stronger. The alumni base is stronger. Everything is tight. So I'm expecting to see everyone in this room at the football games. Hee hee ha ha. I'm expecting to see you at the football games. All right, it's time for me to move. But I'm going to stay here. So here's what we do. Here's what I believe in. Here's what I believe in what we need to do in order to build our program to make it stronger, to make it better, to build that young man that you want to hire. And it's our 7 F's of success. So the first thing that we talk about, the first thing that our young men in our program understand, the first thing we talk about when we're with parents is faith. That's the first one. It's faith. So on Sundays, it's all about faith for us. I'm going to kind of go out of order a little bit, but I'm going to talk about what's important first. And the first thing for me is faith. I've already told you what I believe in. I believe in my Lord and Savior. I believe he died for me. But I believe you have to believe in something that is bigger and stronger than yourself, because you can't do everything on your own. Anybody that thinks they can do something on their own, then you're kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because you can't do it. But I also believe that in a team, in a business, you have to be able to believe in the person beside you, or the person or the persons that you give that task to. You have to trust them. You have to believe in them. You have to know that they are going to do what you are requiring them to do, so you don't have to turn around and do it yourself. I trust you. I have faith in you. We have faith in one another. It's important to have faith. So on Sundays, we practice faith. I don't care what you do, how you do it, if it's home with your family, if you go to church, if you don't go to church, if you watch it on TV, doesn't matter to me. Where's your faith? What is your faith in? Do you trust the person beside you? Do you trust your teammate? Do you have faith in 4th and 1 in the 4th quarter that he's going to do his job? So if you're going to do your job, I'm going to do my job. In business, everybody has to do their job in order to be successful. So we have to have faith in one another. So the second thing is family. Well, I've been married to my wife now, Tori, for 19 years. On July the 3rd, we'll be married now for 20 years. I don't know how I made it. I don't know how she put up with me this long. I'm blessed. But we have 2 wonderful children. We have our son, Russ, who's going to be a junior at Louisville. I do wear red from time to time, but it's okay. I am a diehard Wildcat fan, so don't worry about that. But we also have a beautiful young daughter, Kaya, who's 16. And she's an athlete too. She runs track, she plays soccer. But the thing about us is we care about each other. My family is the most important thing to me besides my faith. Now, when I'm recruiting, when I took over the program, when I'm on campus with the Kentucky Wesleyan community as a whole, what I tell them, what I tell all of our players, what I tell all of our coaches, their families, we are now family. I come from a huge family. My mother is the baby of 10. I cannot count the amount of first and second and third and fourth cousins that I have, because it's way too many. It might be about the same amount of people in this room. But my point is, family is everything. So if family is everything to you, then you care about your family. You care about everything that happens to your family. So when our young men come to us and they have a problem, I can go to a family member in the campus community to get them the help that they need, because that's important. I don't have to like you because you're my family. Think about it. Think about how many family members that you have that you just do not like. Yeah, you think about 3 or 4 or 5 people right now too. I know you are, because there's about 6 or 7 I'm thinking about. But I love them. But I love them anyway, because you can't choose who your family is if they're blood. But you can choose who your family is when you receive them into your heart. I believe that family is everything. On Fridays in our football program, Fridays is the day that we practice family. Because family is important. Because family will get that young man out of bed and into class. Family will make sure that that young man finishes all his work and turns it in. Family is the one that will hire that young man when he graduates. So what I'm telling you right now is because now I'm in Owensboro and I plan to be here for a while, I'm expecting everyone in this room to somehow, some way become part of my family because family is important. So on Fridays, it's about family. Mondays, it's about fundamentals. If you don't have fundamentals, you can't play. And here's what I mean when I say fundamentals. For me, in our program, fundamentals is about getting your tail up and getting the weights at 5:30. Well, we start at 5:30, but we really start at about 5:20. So 15 minutes is early and you're on time. If you walk in after we start, you're late. But your fundamentals say, I have to be early. Your fundamentals say, I have to go through this workout and I have to give it everything that I have. The fundamentals say that once weights are over, I go shower, I go get something to eat, and I go to class. But the real fundamental is I sit in the first 2 rows. If we walk by and it's 7:55 and I'm standing at the door and you're not there, you're late. Your fundamentals are off. If you're not sitting in the first 2 rows and you have your hat on, or you got a do-rag on, or whatever it may be that's on your head, you're wrong. Your fundamentals are off. When you're in business, if it's a deadline and you got to get something done and you don't have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed, your fundamentals are off. You might not close that deal. Because I know how my wife is, and she looks at a resume, if there's a typo, she throws it out. You guys probably do the same thing, don't you? Typos are a no-go. But on Mondays, we practice fundamentals because I think that fundamentals are basic towards success. So I tell all of our young men, so when you go out somewhere and you're doing something, and you see something, and you know that you're not supposed to be doing that, but you do it anyway, so you get in trouble just as long as the rest of the other guys, your fundamentals are off. And because all of your fundamentals are off, and you didn't go to class, and you didn't sit in the first 2 rows, and you didn't show up for weights on time, and then you got in trouble because you were out in the public, in the community, doing things that you didn't have any business doing, your fundamentals are off, I can't play you. Because if you can't live right, you can't play in between the lines. You have to have fundamentals. On Tuesdays, it's about being fast. We play fast. Everything that we do is fast. We tell our young men, when you graduate, and everybody in here will understand this, when you graduate from college and you got to start life for real, that thing goes so fast you don't even know what's going on because it's constantly moving. And if you can't keep up, then you're going to be in trouble. It's either sink or swim. But the way we practice every day, the way we work out, the way we expect you to move, we expect you to do everything fast. There has to be a tempo about it. There has to be a deadline to it. There has to be a finish line, but you have to move fast. Because when you're moving so fast and life starts hitting you, when you're in the 4th quarter and you're up by 2 touchdowns and you've been going fast the whole game, you can put the brakes on and you can slow down. And you can make the right decision. And you can focus on the play that you need to make. Because you're so used to going fast that you can slow down. Because now it's easy because you're used to it. So when life is hitting you fast and you're in the business world and you're in your job and you got these deadlines and you're going fast and things are just swarming and it's fast paced, sometimes you got to just slow down, take a deep breath. That's what we want our young men in our program to do. We want them to learn how to go fast, 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 but be smart enough to slow down and take time to think. Make the right decision. But you got to do it fast first Because if you learn to do it fast, you'll learn to slow down. So on Tuesdays, we do everything super fast. Everything is fast. So then when we get to Wednesday, it's about fighting. You have to fight for your life. You have to fight for every single inch. You have to fight when it's hot. You have to fight when it's freezing cold. You have to fight to get that B when you're not a great student in that class. You have to fight for it. It has to mean something to you. You have to fight for your name. I think it's important when you're a young man or a woman to learn how to get knocked down and get back up. Because I've never in my life learned a thing when everything was easy. But when I figured out that I had to fight for everything and I had to get tougher about things, I learned more. I got better. So when we're out in practice, when we're in the weight room, when we're in class, everything is about fighting to get better, fighting to get what you want. If you don't fight for it, what's the point? So we live in a society now, and I tell all of our young men, I tell a lot of young women, I tell my own kids, we live in a society now where y'all got your hand out. I want it now. Give it to me now. And you never learn to fight. So right now, the young men that are in our program, they're learning how to fight. Because see, what we do now in the morning is tough. It's building character. They're learning to fight. They're in the trash cans, hovered over. Like, you got football players, basketball players. We got athletes in here. How many athletes we got in here? Don't be afraid. Yeah, y'all know what that trash can's like, right? Yeah, we got a lot of that going on. But they're learning to fight. Because I believe this. In order to be a good husband, a good father, a good businessman, you got to fight. Because there are going to be some things that are going to come your way. And you're going to fail. And it's not going to go right for you. But if you do not have the fight gene in you, how can anybody, how can your wife, how can your kids, how can your boss, how can your employees count on you? When the things get tough and the tough get going, how can you show them that you are willing to fight for them and for yourself? So on Wednesdays, it's about fighting. It's about fighting for everything. On Thursdays, we want to be perfect, so it's about finishing. Our big thing is finish your degree. That's number one for us. Go to class, finish. Take care of your business in the classroom. Be a good man. Stay out of trouble. Finish the rep. Finish the set. Finish the drill. Hustle through the line. Study for the test. Finish the class. Fight for it. Finish it. Get the B. Matter of fact, get the A because you're capable. Finish. When you're up in the fourth quarter and you need to get 2 first downs, and if you don't get the 2 first downs, then you put the defense back on the field and they got to make a play. Offense, finish. Get the yards, get the first downs. Defense, get a stop. Get off the field on 3rd down. Finish. When your boss comes to you and says, Craig, did you get that paperwork finished? Yeah, here you go, boss, it's done. Because you learned in our program that finishing is important. So you better finish. You have to finish. You must finish. Because it's important. I already told you about family, but that's on Friday. Well, I'll tell you again. On Fridays, it's about family. And on Fridays, family, we get together. And I don't know about you, but my family, it was like every Sunday. It was really like every day. But on Sundays, when we get out of church, we all get together and we sit down and we eat. And we spend time together. And we talk to each other. And we broke bread with one another. And we laughed with one another. We cried with one another. We argued with one another. We did everything together because it's about family. And if you don't have family, what do you have? So my thing is, in our program, you have a group of men, young men, that you may not know. When you meet them, become brothers. That's what football does. That's what a great business does. When you put everybody together from all different areas of life, you become brothers and sisters, and you become family. But on Friday, that's what we do. We're family. We have fun together, which leads me to my last thing. On Saturday, we have fun. And on Saturdays in this season and these seasons moving forward, we're going to have a whole lot of fun. And I'm expecting to see all you out there enjoying the fun that we're having while we're out on the field. Because to me, having fun is winning. To me, having fun is scoring touchdowns left and right. To me, winning is the defense getting the interception. To me, winning is a college degree. That's fun. You put in all the hard work on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All of that you do, you prepare yourself to go on Saturday and do what you love to do. And that is play a game that you've probably been playing since you were a little kid. I'm a football coach, but like football is so fun to me. It's not a job. It's like a big fun game. I'm like a big kid because I've been doing this for fun since I was like 8 or 9. So if you're 17, 18 years old, 19, maybe 22, I don't know, we got some older guys. If you're still playing football and you're in college, that is fun. So when you're having fun, when it's over with, go out with your friends and have a little bit more fun. But just don't get in any trouble, because if you get in trouble, you got to come see me. And I can assure you, they do not want to come and see me. So our 7 F's of success. On Sundays, it's about faith. On Mondays, it's about fundamentals. On Tuesday, it's about being fast. On Wednesday, it's about the fight. On Thursdays, it's about finishing. On Fridays, it's about family. And on Saturdays, it's about fun. And it's a cycle, over and over and over, 7 days a week. Now, I'm not a preacher. I love the Lord. But I know there's some preachers in here. The number 7 means something. And we have 7 F's of success. 7 days to be successful. 7 days to prepare yourself. 7 days to make sure that you are doing the right things to make your life better than the way it was yesterday. 7 things to make you in this room want to hire all of our young men that graduate from our program. I appreciate you all having me this morning. I know it's early. My eyes are kind of burning because I didn't get any sleep because I was nervous. But I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing all of you at a game or games. Yes? Yes? Thank you.
Does anybody else feel like they want to run out on the field and hit somebody?
Yes, yes.
Like, Coach, I have all 4 years of my eligibility left. I can't run the 40 in under 10 seconds, but I've got the heart. They say that a coach touches more people's lives in 1 year than the most of us touch in our whole life. And I don't know about you, but it makes me feel really, really good to know that this guy is out there encouraging and influencing young men, not only in our community, but everywhere. So we appreciate what you're doing, not only on the football field, but more important in these people's lives. You have touched all of ours, and we appreciate you being here, and we'll be there, okay? Thank y'all so much for being here today. Thank you for not throwing tomatoes at me, and I know that you missed Chad's face, and I'm sorry, I'm going to tell him y'all didn't even notice he was gone. Next Rooster Booster will be in March again. It will be on March the 28th. Another big thank you to German American Bank. We appreciate you. Next month, Greenwell Chisholm will be our great sponsor. We are so excited. We hope to see y'all then. Y'all have a great rest of your day.